Forget street laws, emissions and rules. Today we are looking at the absolute fastest machines to ever touch tarmac at the Nürburgring. We are talking about a 2000 horsepower electric monster, a legendary 1980s racing icon, and an American supercar that just rewrote history. If you love your pure speed, smash that like and subscribe button right now, and comment down your favourite cars, we count them down. It's time to roar with authority. Let's get straight into it. Number 10. Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. Kicking off our all-out list at number 10 is a front-engine monster that technically has license plates, but acts like a full-brain GT3 race car, the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. Clocking a verified 6 minutes and 48.047 seconds on the full layout, this beast proved that you don't need a mid-engine layout to dominate the green hell. How did AMG manage this? It all comes down to their flat plane crank 4-litre twin-turbo V8. By altering the firing order of the cylinders compared to standard AMG V8s, they unlocked an unhinged 730 horsepower that screams all the way to a 7,200 RPM redline. But power means nothing at the ring without control. AMG fitted this car with a dual-stage active rear wing. When flying down the Detinga highway straightaway, the wing flattens out to slash drag, but the second the driver hits the brakes, the flap flips up to generate hundreds of kilograms of downforce, pinning the rear tires to the track. Number 9. Porsche 911 GT3 RS 992 Manthey Kit. At number 9, we slide over to Stuttgart with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, equipped with the Manthey Performance Kit, dropping a mind-numbing 645.389 seconds. Now look closely at this car. It doesn't use massive turbocharger or heavy hybrid batteries. It relies on pure naturally aspirated perfection. A 4-litre flat 6 pushing out 525 horsepower. In a world where hypercars have double the power, how is the GT3 RS this high up the all-time leaderboard? The secret is aero efficiency. The Manthey Kit replaces the standard underbody panels with carbon fibre guides, and adds massive carbon fibre aero discs to the rear wheels to eliminate turbulent air, combined with a giant swan neck rear wing that features a functional Formula 1 style drag reduction system. This car generates over a metric ton of downforce at high speeds. It enters corners faster than almost anything else on this list, because the air is literally crushing the car into the pavement. Number 8. Porsche 911 GT2 RS Manthey Performance Kit. If the GT3 RS is a precision scalpel, our number 8 car is a sledgehammer wrapped in carbon fibre. The Porsche 911 GT2 RS equipped with the Manthey Performance Kit stopped the clocks at 6 minutes and 43.300 seconds. Take the incredible chassis dynamics of a 911, strap 2 massive turbochargers to a 3.8-litre engine, and send 700 horsepower exclusively to the rear wheels. Driver Lars Kern had to fight this machine through every single sector. The Manthey upgrades add an additional water tank for the intercooler spray system, ensuring the intake temperature stayed icy cold even under relentless full throttle acceleration down the straights. They also added a bespoke coilover suspension setup that stopped the car from pitching forward under heavy braking. maintaining a perfectly level aerodynamic platform. It is pure internal combustion violence, engineered to perfection. Number 7. Ford Mustang GT3 competition. Sitting firmly at number 7 is an absolute shockwave that shook up the leaderboard. The Ford Mustang GT3 competition, clocking a mental 6 minutes and 40.835 seconds. Ford brought this pre-production track-focused weapon to the Eiffel Forest and completely rewrote what people thought an American muscle car platform could do. How did they do it? They squeezed out well over 815 horsepower from a heavy calibrated supercharged 5.2-litre V8, paired with a rear-mounted transaxle for perfect weight balance. To drop 11 seconds off the base car's time, the competition packaged as secondary front drive planes, a drag reduction system built directly into the rear wing, carbon fiber aero discs on the wheels, and an ultra-lightweight magnesium wheel set to slash unsprung mass. Number 6. Mercedes-AMG One. Breaking past the 6 minute and 30-second barrier and sitting firmly at number 6 is in the Mercedes-AMG One, with an official lap time of 6 minutes and 29.090 seconds. This is the fastest street-legal production car on the face of the earth, and the fact that it is fast enough to sit on an unrestricted all-time race car leaderboard is absolutely insane. How did they pull this off? Mercedes literally took a championship-winning 1.6-litre turbocharged V6 Formula 1 engine, paired it with 4 electric motors, and engineered it to survive on normal pump gas. The powertrain generates a combined 1,063 horsepower, going up to a crazy 11,000 RPM, but the real magic happens in the car's track mode. The suspension hydraulically drops the car by nearly 2 inches, active levers over the front fenders pop open to vent high-pressure air out of the wheel arches, and the massive rear wing extends to create a vacuum beneath the car. Maurer Engel set this record on a damp, cold track, meaning the AMG One still hasn't even shown us its ultimate dry weather potential. Number 5. Lotus Evija X. Sliding into number 5 is a British track-only weapon built entirely out of carbon fibre and electrical fury, the Lotus Evija X. It recorded a blistering time of 6 minutes and 24.047 seconds. While it shared the basic carbon tub chassis with the road-going Evija, this X version drops all pretense of luxury. Powering the stealth fighter are 4 independent electric motors, one at each wheel, producing a staggering, physics-defying 2011 horsepower and over 1,700 Nm of instant torque. The acceleration out of slow corners is violent enough to compress the driver's chest. Lotus managed this lap time by utilizing advanced torque vectoring. The onboard computers calculate power delivery to each individual wheel millisecond by millisecond, pulling their car through corners with active pull rather than relying entirely on traditional mechanical differential lockups. It sounds like a literal tornado ripping through the Eiffel Forest on the onboard footage. Number 4. Xiaomi Su7 Ultra Prototype. Coming in at number 4 is the shocker that caught the entire automotive world off guard, the Xiaomi Su7 Ultra Prototype, posting a jaw-dropping time of 6 minutes and 22.091 seconds. Yes, you heard that right. A company world famous for smartphones built a track prototype that outlapped the Lotus Evija X. This prototype features a completely exposed racing interior and wide-body aerodynamic shell that produces thousands of Newton-meters of downforce. Underneath the bodywork lie 3 electric motors, combining for a total of 1,548 horsepower. Because it's an electric vehicle carrying a heavy race-spec battery pack, managing mass was the biggest challenge. Xiaomi solved this by running custom slick racing tyres and using a highly responsive regenerative braking system, alongside massive carbon ceramic brakes to charge speed instantly before entering the ring's notorious downhill tracking zones. Because an electric vehicle carrying a heavy race-spec battery pack, managing mass was the biggest challenge. Xiaomi solved this by running custom slick racing tyres and using a highly responsive regenerative braking system, alongside massive carbon ceramic brakes to charge speed instantly before entering the ring's notorious downhill tracking zones. Number 3. Ford GT MK4. Taking the number 3 spot overall as the absolute fastest vehicle ever built by an American manufacturer to conquer the Nürburgring, the track-only Ford GT MK4. Turning the clock back to the raw, visceral spirit of sports car racing, it shattered the timing beams with a breathtaking 6 minutes and 15.977 seconds. Ford performance without all the road restrictions for this final send-off of the legendary GT platform. They lengthened the wheelbase, created a bespoke long-tail carbon fiber body for maximum high-speed stability, and swapped out the standard engine for a larger, unique twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, throwing out over 800 horsepower. Power is handled through a true racing sequential gearbox, combined with Multimatic's legendary adaptive spool valve suspension. The GT MK4 glides over the ring's brutal curves at speeds that would break a normal car's axle. It is the pinnacle of modern American endurance racing design. Number 2. Volkswagen ID.R. The car that stands as the number 2 fastest vehicle in Nürburgring history is the all-electric prototype masterpiece, the Volkswagen ID.R, stopping the clock at a staggering 6 minutes and 5.336 seconds. The ID.R wasn't built for top speed down the long straights. In fact, it tops out around 270 km per hour. It was built to dominate the corners. It weighs less than 1100 kilograms including the driver, and it features 2 electric motors pushing 680 horsepower and 650 Newton meters of instant torque. Look at the size of that rear wing. It features a custom DRS system specifically optimized to balance low drag on the short straights with maximum downforce through the high G corners of the middle sector. It cornered so hard that driver Romain Dumas had to endure over 5 Gs of lateral force throughout the lap. Number 1. Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo. And now, we reach the undisputed, untouchable monarch of the green hell, the ultimate expression of automotive speed, the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo, driven by Timo Bernhard, setting an absolute all-time record of 5 minutes and 19.546 seconds. Let that number sink in. It is nearly 46 seconds faster than the Volkswagen ID.R. It averaged an unbelievable 249 km per hour around the entire twisty narrow track. To create this machine, Porsche took their championship-winning Le Mans prototype, completely threw away the racing regulations, and turned it into the ultimate Evo spec. They kept the 2-litre turbocharged V4 engine powering the rear axles and electric motor powering the front axles, but turned the boost up to 11, unlocking a combined 1,160 horsepower. They added massive active front splitters, an enormous rear wing with a drag reduction system, and side skirts that sealed the car to the road. The result was a 53% increase in downforce over their standard race car. The speed was so intense that the onboard camera struggled to keep up with the visual data. It defied the laws of physics, completing a lap so fast that it would likely never be beaten by an internal combustion vehicle ever again. Ten cars, 10 completely different approaches to conquering the most dangerous racetrack in the world. Whether it's the extreme V8 setup of modern era, the raw F1 engineering of hypercars, or the instant devastating torque of electric powertrains, these machines represent the absolute peak of what humanity can build when the boundaries are removed. Which one of these laps blew your mind the most? Make sure to comment on your favourite car below and let the debate begin. If you want more deep dives into the world's most extreme cars, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. Until next time, roar with authority.